Hello children. Nowadays we are listening the inspiring stories of Swami Vivekananda. Today we are going to listen the seventh story. The name of the story is Sri Ramakrishna's Nandanar, written by Swami Vimrutanand.
Sri Ramakrishna was then living in Dakshineshwar. Many devotees used to visit him and receive his blessings. Rasik, a scavenger, was watching Sri Ramakrishna for many days, standing outside the room.
Sri Ramakrishna attracts so many devotees. Will I, a low caste person, also be accepted by him?
He was yearning to get grace of Sri Ramakrishna. With joy and devotion, he was serving and cleaning the entire temple complex. After a few days, when Sri Ramakrishna was going to the garden grove, standing behind a tree, Rasik thought,
The time is ripe now. He is alone. I shall unburden myself to him.
as Sri Ramakrishna was returning, with full of devotion, Rasik prostrated at his feet and cried,
Rasik, you have achieved everything. I shall appear during your last moments and take you with me. Have no fear.
O Gurudeva, I take refuge in you. O Lord, please accept me.
From that moment, Rasik's attitude was one of complete surrender to Sri Ramakrishna. With that attitude, he continued his duties as usual. Sri Ramakrishna would talk to him often whenever they meet each other.
Without any consideration, Sri Ramakrishna is freely talking with the scavengers. What will happen if others come to know of it?
Beware, don't think that Sri Ramakrishna is an ordinary mortal. Verily, he is God. Did Lord Rama befriend Guha? The Lord sees only the devotion in a person.
There are 8 fetters that hinder the spiritual growth of a person. One of them is the pride of caste. Many times Sri Ramakrishna went to Rasik's cottage and cleaned his toilet with his long hairs. To overcome this pride, he prayed to Mother.
O Mother, make me a servant of the lowly. Please destroy my caste pride that I am a Brahmin.
Rasik had planted tulsi plants in the corner of the garden.
He worships Sri Ramakrishna as the Lord himself. Unlike us, he is very regular and steadfast in his spiritual practices. Let us not disturb him.
Rasik carried out his japa and meditation sincerely. He lived a life of an ardent devotee. Years passed. Sri Ramakrishna left his physical body. Rasik could not bear his separation from Sri Ramakrishna. A few years later, he fell ill and suffered extremely.
Dear, I am very much worried about your health. Please take the medicines.
Don't worry. I am always calling the name of Sri Ramakrishna. This is now greater medicine than his name.
All were discussing.
See, your father is not taking any medicines. How he will be cured if he does not take them?
Mother, I know the medicine that can cure him. Father will be cured by drinking a few drops of sacred water from the temple.
Rasik's son went to the temple and asked for some sacred water. Rasik took the sacred water and was cured of his illness completely. He spent the rest of his life on spiritual practices like japa and meditation. On the last day of his life, Rasik said to those who were around him, take me to the Tulsi grove. There he performed japa with rosary. Within half an hour, his eyes were fading. Suddenly, in a loud voice,
Jai Shri Ramakrishna, you have come to me now. Also, you promised, O Lord, you have not forgotten me.
yes, those were his last words. Sri Ramakrishna appeared before Rasik and took him to his abode.
Nandanar could see Lord Shiva only from outside the temple, but he merged with Shiva due to his devotion. Rasik too seen Sri Ramakrishna only from outside of his room, but was finally merged with Sri Ramakrishna himself. Isn't Rasik Sri Ramakrishna's Nandanar?